Hi, English 12. Welcome to week 6. A couple of reminders before we go into the discussion of your assignments for the week. The first being that remember, whenever you're first on campus for the week, you need to be seeing your homeroom teacher and getting that sheet that has the different sections in it for each of your classes so that you can write down your plan for the week. And the purpose of this is to help not only you, but also to help us as the teachers to know that you have a plan set out for the week. That's why there's a place for us to initial off on it and say, yes, this is a great plan. And we, in the English room, want you to have that out at your side when you're in the room working. That way we can kind of just check in, make sure you're working on what you say you want to be working on. And if you are behind in English, let's say, but you seem to be working on another subject, then we can kind of redirect you. When you're in the English room, your priority in that room should be English. That's not to say we won't let you work on other subjects. It's just that we'll let you work on other subjects when your English is caught up. And if you don't want to be working on English and you're not caught up, then you just need to go work in another room where you want to be working and where you can catch up on whatever assignments you need to catch up on for that other class that you want to be working in. It's not that we don't want you working in our room. It's not that we're trying to kick you out. It's just that each teacher has a specific skill set for specific classes, and you should be utilizing those gifts and talents and help that they are able to offer you that I might not be able to offer you. And I don't want you just sitting in our room thinking that you can get away with, like looking up your questions or whatever to your biology mastery test because the biology teacher's not watching you. It's just not okay. So just remember, in our room, you need to have that plan paper out at your desk. You need to be working on English, especially if you're getting a C or lower and you're behind in assignments. That needs to be your number one priority. And as a reminder, you can't have your phone out on the table at your side. I don't care if you're listening to music, but the phone needs to be away. It needs to be in your backpack. It needs to be in your pocket. You can't be pulling it out every 3 minutes to change the song. There's ways you can get through life without looking at your phone every 3 minutes. So for your classes or for your assignments this week, you have 3. So we're kind of stepping away from Macbeth just because I didn't have class with you guys this week. So we're going to go back to Macbeth next week when we have class. But this week, you guys have your college article. And this week it's called Why Go to College. So last week was you don't need to go to college. College isn't necessarily required for everybody. This week you're reading one called Why Go to College, and it's going to present you with some facts and statistics on college and how it might impact your financial income and things like that. So take a look at it. What I want you guys to remember when you are answering some of those questions at the beginning of the assignment is it is always asking you like, what do you think this article is going to talk about? And how do you think it's going to be important to you? And who do you think the author is writing it for? And I understand that those questions might get a little repetitive, but they're only repetitive because of the way you guys are answering them. So for instance, every single time when the question says, who do you think this article is designed for, you're saying high school seniors. But what you really should be doing is reading a little more into it and talking specifically about like high school seniors who are unsure about college and have other ideas about what they want to do in life that don't necessarily require a college degree. Or for this one, Why Go to College? This might be for high school seniors who understand that they need a college degree and want to weigh the pros and cons of how their financial outlook would be, whether they go to college or not. So if your answers were a little more specific, I don't think that the questions would feel quite as redundant as I imagine they're feeling right now. After that, so that's going to be your Tuesday assignment, along with watching this intro video. And then you guys have Sir Gawain and the Green Knight this week. So this is going to be a poem that you guys will be reading. It's a lengthy poem, kind of like Beowulf was. So you have an intro discussion on Wednesday where it's just getting you to kind of think about some of the themes and topics from this particular poem. And then Thursday and Friday, you'll be reading Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Remember that this is going to be in PDF format. So I give you two links in the assignment. The first one is the PDF that has the poem, has all the questions in the margin and everything, but you can't actually type into it. So I give you a second link, which is a Word document that you'll be actually typing your responses into. So if you have any questions on anything, please let me know. Please come see me early on in the week to initial off on your plan for what you need to do in order to catch up this week. There are several of you guys who have not turned in any Macbeth yet. And I just want you guys to remember that it is week 6, and weeks 4, 5, and 6 will all be locking at the end of next week on March 1st. So next Friday, March 1st, you guys need to make sure Macbeth Act 1, Macbeth Act 2, Sir Gawain, and the Green Knight are all done and in so that you can be getting the maximum credit for your grade. Also, just another quick reminder, I posted progress report grades. So if you get your progress report and you're not happy with it, make sure that you get those assignments in that will be locking. If you have any questions, come by and see me. I look forward to working with you this week. Bye. This week's extra credit, please respond to the questions that are found below the posting of this video. This will help me understand whether you find these videos beneficial or not. Thanks.